Okay. So, yeah,
All
so
right.
Nick's going to help me today figure out how to get back to a good state on some work I've been doing on Obsidian Clipper. Just to give a little bit
Yeah.
of background or context, I have been working on a pretty big refactor of this plugin and was plugging away, and I'm 30 commits in, and I was like, hey, actually, I think I'm at a point where I want to start testing things, and that means actually I want to go test it on mobile. Not the best software engineering approach. I totally agree, but it's what happened. So yeah, it doesn't load on mobile anymore. So now I have to figure out what did I
Yeah.
break, and how am I going to do this, Nick?
Yeah. So there is a really easy way to do this that's built into Git, and it's specifically for problems like this, which is really nice. But to set it up a little bit, you went and made 30 something commits since it was last
Yeah.
known good, right? So that was probably your main branch, and then you've got 30 new commits on like a feature branch. And presumably at that last commit for that's on main,
Yep.
everything's
So
fine.
this 0.27 tag
Yeah.
here is essentially what's up in the Obsidian store.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled it down. I tested it. Everything works on mobile as expected, etc. So somewhere along this
Okay.
journey over the last 5 weeks, I broke things.
Okay. So nice and easy. Git has a tool called Bisect that's built into it, and it lets you tell Git this is a good commit. So you can go back to that commit and say this one's good, and then you can go to the last commit and say this one's bad. And what it'll do is it'll pick the commit in the middle of that and check it out, and then you can build your project, check it, do whatever testing you need to do, and then check again. And you can either say yes, this commit is good or bad, and if it's good, then it cuts the commits in half one way from like the top through the middle, or from the bottom through
Cool.
the middle if it's bad. And so every time you check it, you're cutting the number of commits in
Yeah,
half.
and to be
So it's
clear,
like a
that's exactly what
binary
I was going to do
cut.
manually. I was going to be like, how many commits do I have? There's 30. I'm going to go find the 15th commit,
Yeah.
check it out, test it. If it works, if it does, if it works, okay, I need to use the second half and go figure out where it broke. So cool. That's cool that Git Bisect does this
Yeah.
automatically for you.
Yeah. And it's really nice too. In something like this, it's probably a little more manual and tedious, although it won't be tedious. For the number of commits you have, we'll probably have like 2 or 3 steps. It's not going to be like a ton. But if this were something where like you have a failing test and you have to go back and check and see where that is, or you have like some way to script this to where the script can either
Yep.
exit 0 or exit 1, you could actually automate this whole thing to where it will check it out, run the test, and then if the command exits 0, it's good. If it exits non-zero, then it's bad, and it will just go like that and automatically land you at the commit that broke it. But that's what it's going to do at the end of the day, or at the end of this session. It's going to tell you the exact commit that introduced the problem that you're seeing, and then hopefully, which it seems like for you, you're doing a good job of breaking it up into smaller commits. You're going to be able to determine from that, okay, like just pick that commit apart and see what was the actual problem and kind of diagnose it from there. But you don't have to look at any changes
Yep.
from any other commits because
Cool.
you know
Well,
that it's in this one.
that sounds like it'll be helpful. I hope that's the case. Unfortunately, the context of how we have to test this is going to be slightly convoluted because what we essentially have to do is get to a commit, build, allow Obsidian Sync to sync to my mobile device, and then go to my mobile device, which I think we figured out how to get the screen to share so I can show you what I'm doing there. And then just try to turn the plugin on
Yeah.
and see what happens. So, yeah. Sweet.
Easy
So I
peasy.
assume I need to...
Yeah. Through the magic of editing, we'll make this
What's
look
that?
amazing. Through the magic
Oh,
of
of course.
editing, we'll make this look amazing.
So you said I have to essentially start by saying, hey, this is a good commit, right?
Well, yeah. So let's quit out of this pager. And are you just on the latest
I am.
commit in this branch? Perfect. That's a perfect place to start. So all you have
Let
to
me
do is
make
type
sure,
git
just to
bisect
make sure.
start.
Of course, I knew I was going to have to do that.
All
Oh,
right.
come on. There we go.
Yeah,
Yep.
we didn't get your
Cool.
password there. Yeah. So do git bisect start.
Like that?
Okay. And then say git bisect bad. And now we're marking the current commit that you're on as bad. So now we just have to tell it what the good commit is. So if you open up that pager one more time and go back to that 0.2.7, just copy that FF96.
You know, it would help if I didn't try to copy the screen that recording, not the actual screen and not the so let's do okay, I did that. Now we can do git bisect good.
Yep. You can say git bisect good and then paste that.
All right. Oh, I think there's an extra space in there that I copied. All right. So give that a, just hit enter there.
Yep. All right. So now it's telling us that there's 14 revisions and it's going to take us roughly 4 steps.
Yep.
So we're going to have to
that
repeat
makes
this
sense.
process 4
Exactly.
times.
It went to the halfway point. So
yeah. Add hack to fix deleting.
You always love commits that say add hack. Yeah, that was a svelte thing that was giving me a bit of a challenge. But okay, so at this point, I'm in a point where I can just do a build and then sync, right? So just gonna be run build. All right.
So yeah, now we're out of not worrying about get. We're just doing what you normally do in your project.
All right, so I'm going to check Obsidian Sync just to see if it did anything. Did it do it? Doesn't look like it did anything. 12:23. And it did not. Why have you not done anything? Let's do this. Let's do pause, resume. Oh, this is going to be a pain if this turns into a... All right, let me just rebuild it one more time. I think in my case it's actually rewriting, but a sync is probably gonna... Oh, come on. Oh, it's detecting changes. All right, let me be a little bit more forceful with what I'm doing. Oh, I know exactly what happened. I bet if I go in here, these are not links anymore. No, they are. Okay, so what's the deal? All right. Let me remove a couple of these to force. So essentially what I'm doing is I have the plugin linked into my plugins directory for this one vault, and I'm essentially linking to the files that matter, so that way as they change it syncs everything over instead of all right, now it did it. It moved those over. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my mobile device. I'm going to AirPlay this to my MacBook Pro. Is it recording the screen for you? Does it show up in? Okay, perfect. So now, so just a little explanation here. I have this Obsidian DevTools plugin installed. I believe I had to install that via Git. It's not something that's in the community plugins repo, but it allows you to pop up this little console in mobile, which you don't normally get. Otherwise, you wouldn't get any kind of error message. So now what I want to do is just verify something real quick. I'm going to close this. Actually, I don't want to close. I'm going to close it. It's going to be a pain to get that back up. Not a pain, but let's make sure that, okay, yep, we got the style and the main, these synced. So close this, go back to the plugins. Well, the first thing I can do is just go to community plugins and try and turn it on. Let's see what happens. Okay, we know it failed. It's going to pop up. And here's the error message I'm getting, which is not helpful. Object 0 capacitor. And the capacitor is essentially the tool set that allows them to take this Electron app and run it on a mobile. All right, so we still have the problem.
Okay. Yep, good. So then go back to your terminal.
Sharing, stop mirroring. Okay. And go back to the terminal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really easy. Because it was bad, you just say git bisect bad.
So in this case, git bisect bad. All right, and it checked us out another step.
So now we just get to repeat the process again.
I'm pnpm build. I'm going to go over here and start looking at the sync log. Oh, those are warnings. Didn't do it once again. Did it? It didn't. Interesting. Okay.
I wonder if the symlinks don't
Probably
don't
they do
update or
not.
something.
You're a very smart person, Nick. That is exactly what's going on. So in this case, I'll go up here, do that, and do this. That one. Up and that one. So now if we do this again, they're done there. Okay, so let's move back over to my mobile. I'm going to close that again. I am going to go verify our... Okay, first let me share my mobile. John's MacBook Pro. All right, we're good there. Verify that we synced. So take a look at the view. 1244, we got main. All right, we got style. Great. Should be good. I'm going to go back. Yeah.
We got style.
Got style. And then go here. Go to Obsidian. I'm just going to do that one time. Doesn't load.
I noticed that you're not clicking on Clipper, or you're just clicking on random.
I am clipping. Sorry, I am literally clicking the little toggle button for Obsidian Clipper. Does it not show that?
Oh.
You see how it moved?
It looked like
really?
you clicked.
On my screen, it shows that it moves just a tiny bit. It barely kind of pulses. Yeah.
Oh, I do see it.
Because it's just what can't turn on. Okay, so this was a bad commit. I have a feeling it's going to be the first one or something.
Easy.
So this has got to be something weird because I verified I'm not using any Node.js APIs. That's usually what would cause this if you depend on a Node.js API, or if you use a look-ahead regex. All right, so I need to do git bisect bad again. And do it again. So I'm going to do build. Two warnings, that's fine. And I'm going to do remove those. Link that one. Link that one. Verify that it's synced. 1246. That's what we want to see. All right. Let me share my screen again. And then I'm going to go here. I'll quickly verify just to make sure. All right, it just 1246 pulled them down. Going to go back to the community plugins and again I want to do that just to make sure and try to turn it on. Didn't work. So it's literally going to go to the first commit.
All right.
Okay, that's weird. All right, so that didn't work. So what's going to be weird is if we go through all of them and it just doesn't work, because then that would have made me a liar. Yeah. Although I don't see how, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so git bisect bad. Yeah, 0 revisions left to test after this. So this is essentially adding click handler and random UUID for Clipper settings. That random UUID is the one that I was looking at manually to see if it was going to be the issue, and I didn't actually get to where I tested that. So it's going to be interesting when that's potentially the problem. So, and I don't know why it would be a problem, because I was using random UUID in the previous version. So we'll see. Build. Okay, we're done building. I'm going to go do this again. Remove the files. Link the files. Validate the sync. 1248. We synced. All right. Let's go back to our mobile. Let me get back to the view page here. Let me share. Okay. Let's close this. Go to sync. Verify. 1248. We just saw it download. Close this. Go back. And yeah, go here. Try and load. I'll just refresh that just to make sure. Okay, so the very first commit I did broke this completely. So now we can go look at what was in that commit. So close this. And it's probably bigger than I wanted it to be, quite frankly, but we'll see.
I think it says there's still one more
No,
step.
I thought
right?
that was.
Or am I
I thought
wrong?
it said it was the last step. Where were we? Git bisect bad is.
It says roughly one
It
step.
says
remaining.
0 revisions
Right.
left to test. Oh, one step. Oh, so we're just gonna say git bisect bad again.
You're probably right.
Okay, 0 revisions. First pass at changing. So yeah, this was literally the first commit. First pass at changing settings to support multiple Clipper configs. All right, so run the build. Remove the files. Link them again. Check the sync. 1249. That's probably good. And then share my mobile. Go away. What is going on? Okay. Verify that we did the sync. Okay, yep, 1250. Did that. Go back. Community plugins. I'm gonna refresh just again just to make sure, and it turns on. So,
All right.
this was a good commit. Okay, so
So go mark that
let's
one as
turn
good,
off the mobile.
and then I think it'll tell you.
To Git bisect good. I just have to type good, right?
Yep.
All right. Oh, it's very
There it
little
is.
too. So let's go look at. Did it put me on that branch? No, it didn't. But we
I
can
don't
just
think
go to
so.
GitHub,
No.
right? I can just go to GitHub and look at
Mhm.
that. So let me bring up GitHub. GitHub. Obsidian Clipper. Keep my hands out of my mouth. I already have a pull request. We can go here. Oh, wait. How would I go look in GitHub at just...
If you scroll down, right there, is it the first
Yeah.
pass one? Which one was it?
we want to look at the first bad one, right? Let me go back to...
There
which
it
is...
Yep. Adding click handler
FAA.
and UUID.
8. Wait. Oh, it is
That's
this one here.
It was
Yep,
004. It's
there
the
we go.
beginning.
Okay, so what did I change? Setting store. Handle click, which is doing nothing. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why this would break things.
Crypto's a Node API.
No,
right?
well, it's a. So here's what I did. Crypto. This. I mean, it's in the browser. Random UUID. Let me show you something too.
Yeah,
This is why
but that would be
the reason why this is weird, and I do think this is what's breaking it. And I was thinking about a workaround because the UUID part is very trivial in the sense of how I'm using it. I think this is the problem. But let's do this. Let me show you something that's killing me here. Let's look at my main branch. Canvas. Let's go to Canvas entry. Look at what I have right here. Literally have the same freaking code. I imported the same way, and I literally just call random UUID when I'm, just like I was doing in all the other ones. It's the reason why I was like, oh, I need a random UUID. Oh, I'm already doing this. I'll just go use that same idiom, and it looks like that broke it in the context of how I'm using it now. I don't know why.
Huh.
But we're not here to solve this problem right now. We've already solved the problem that we were here for. That was awesome, Nick. Thanks for walking me through this. It was certainly the way I was going to attack the problem, but I was going to do it all manually, like a Neanderthal.
Yeah. It's a really nice built-in thing, and yeah, it got us right down to the exact one, which was good because we got to see mark bad, good, and see exactly where it ended up. There is one more step to do.
Yeah, so let's get it back into a state where it's not all. So what's the next step?
Yep. And you can see your terminal is telling you that you're currently bisecting. So all you have to do to get out of bisect mode is just say git bisect reset.
Boom.
And now it'll bring you back to the original commit you were at, which should be the 30th commit, the latest head. And
yeah, that's awesome, man. Sweet. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Anytime.